Hello everybody, welcome back to another Drunken Hammer video. This is my build video. This is for my Magicka DK. This is one of the strongest builds I've ever put together. It's also one of my favorites. Yeah, he's incredibly strong, incredibly tanky. There are two different kind of ways you could play this. In BGs, I like to wear them in 5 light, 2 heavy. In Cyrodiil, I will wear 5 heavy, 2 light, and in this video I will also be demonstrating on the skills and how I will shift them between the two different builds. So without further ado, here is the build, and we are going to start it off and kick it off with Magicka because I feel like it's the strongest for damage wise, and you'll really feel the result of it. The heavy build is a little harder to play. So we are a Dark Elf. We are Sword and Born and Resto Staff, kind of more of a tankier but high DPS style build. We block locked, yes, so if you're not interested in running a block build, then you can move on. But for those of you that are, we're going to get right into the skills. So Draw Essence is our first. Fossilize, Burning Talons, Burning Embers, Flame Lash, Ferocious Leap, Degeneration, Volatile Armor, Healing Ward, Harness Magicka, Empowering Chains, Lights Champion. Inventory, Shock Breaker Sword, Weapon Damage Enchant, Nerdhound, Shackle Breaker Restoration Staff, Defending, Shapeless Poison, Grofdar, Shackle Breaker, Grofdar, Sun, still prefer Arcane over Infused. Champion points. Stop the video whenever you like. Like I said, this is just a quick rundown. I will touch base with a few other things quickly after. And keep in mind too that CP is adjustable in so many different ways that where I have mine may not work perfectly for you. That's just a guideline. It works well for me, but I probably have a way different kind of playstyle than you do. So just keep that in mind. You might have to move some stuff around to pick up on the slack. Alright, I'm going to show you real quick the character sheet, what it looks like. Keep in mind this is unbuffed outside of Cyrodiil. That's not too bad. And this is buffed. So that's not too bad considering we're wearing light armor and everything. So it's not a bad build. It's actually one of my favorites. And now we're gonna move on to more of the rookie stuff. So if you like the video so far, please subscribe, drop a like, and even a comment. Anything you figure I should try differently or change a little bit. I'm always open for your suggestions and stuff, and if I have the time, I will make the adjustments or the gold, really, for a lot of these pieces. And trying to legendary out a lot of armor is very, very expensive, and I mainly test builds, so I don't really go around looking for gold. So I spend gold as fast as I make it. Alright, so for those that are a little newer, I'm just going to kind of show you and chat at you where everything I run is. You can run Engulfing Flames instead of Inhale, or Draw Essence. It's called Inhale before it's morphed. I really like Inhale. I prefer it a lot more. You can see by the stats. Engulfing Flames is also hard to hit. Sometimes, like, it's a weird angle. If you could get good at it, I'm sure it'd be handy, but the draw essence heal and stuff, all those little heals are just super, super fancy and nice and good to have. You can run igneous weapons. I just find that it's expensive and like all and you know, but degeneration gives you that little bit of extra health back, so that's why I went with that. Plus, it gives you the passive of the Mage Guild, which gives you your next light attack, more damage. I think it's 40% or something. Sorry, excuse me. One-handed shield, we're gonna want all of these as well. And like all your restoration staffs. And I just found out today that I don't even have a skill point for this. Should definitely have a skill point. Makes healing wards so much better. So all in light. Don't worry about the all in heavy. I'll get to that in a minute. But keep in mind, as long as you have one piece of the other armor on, the first 3 are active. It's only the last 2 that you need the 5 or more. So always grab these 3 pieces for the 2 heavy bonus. And then obviously you have all your 5 light, and we'll need, that's where Harness Magicka sits as well. I forgot to say that. And don't forget to pick up your Alliance supports, your Dark Elf passives as well. I want to touch base on a specific ability really quick for those that are new, and that's this Flame Lash. This is probably the strongest ability a Dragon Knight has, aside from Ferocious Leap or Take Flight. So we're going to want this ability to be off, going off as much as we want, and we can proc it off of anybody that is in a CC, such as Burning Talons, Bear Trap, any kind of CC that holds you down. We can get that off balance, as well as if they're stunned. This ability also provides the immobilization. So what happens is some people get really fast at CC breaking, so before you can get that first animation off, that first attack of Lava Whip, a lot of times they'll CC break, and then you won't be able to proc the second Flame Lash because they'll dodge roll or whatever. So that's why Fossilized Nice, it's almost a guaranteed first hit on the Flame Lash. We'll get that whack, and then maybe judge from there, am I going to quickly hit him with a Burning Embers before giving him the proc of the Flame Lash or whatever. So you'll have to touch and feel as you go along with the character and really give it that go. And because of how much stamina we possess with this build, you're going to want to keep that shield up at all times. I prefer Restoration Staff on the back bar. I have tried a Destro Staff, and to be honest, I preferred the Destro Ice Staff, but not over the Restoration Staff. But the reason why I preferred the Ice Staff is, everyone seems to forget, wrong button, is, where is it here? Right here. No. Right here. So this reduces the cost of blocking. So what do lots on this character? We block. So that's really why I went with an Ice Staff, because the Ice Staff was only to run LA Drain, just because it's free casting. We get that major breach, and we regenerate Magicka every second. We're getting 300 Magicka back. That's a huge way to sustain with a Destro Staff. So if you didn't want to run the Sword and Shield, I would suggest getting away from Shackle Breaker, because you don't really need it at that point in time, because now you can have something else, because you don't need that much stamina anymore. Now you're going to rely on your Tripods and your ultimate to give you your stamina to be able to CC break and dodge roll. So, you know, you can drop that gear entirely, and don't forget to pick all of that up if you do. But the Restoration Staff's nice, because this is what I use to get my magic back. So I just, one fucking heavy attack, boom, you get a huge amount of magic. And that's because of Circle of Life. So that's a big, huge bonus. And plus you can put some CP in your CP tree as well and get more Magicka back on top of that. This is one of the coolest builds I put together, due to the fact that with a few changes, we can have this build go from hard hitting to not as tanky as as you may like, to being decently hard hitting but tanky as hell. So we make those two adjustments in our skills, just those two, and then we come into our gear and we start swapping stuff from light to heavy with less sturdy, more impenetrable. I maximized his physical resistance by making this heavy on his 5 light build, instead of switching the shoulders. So I actually switched the shoulders. That's why one of them isn't legendary, is because this was my actual original build, is right here. I made the adjustment to go at a heavy um, a few months before Somerset, and I preferred it way better for BGs, and Cyrodiil. But if you're gonna run off a Zerg, this is a phenomenal build. Igneous Shield gives you huge major mending. Coagulating Blood is awesome because coagulating is based off of how much magicka you have and your spell damage, so that makes a huge effect on it. So you can get a lot of health back, especially with Igneous Shield. And then if you're being shit pumped, you throw this ability on. It's not that expensive, and you get a lot of ultimate back. You can be very survivable for a long time. A lot of people teabag you when you do this. But also keep in mind you don't have as much stamina, or as much magicka, and you're missing that crit and the penetration that you get from wearing 5 light. But instead, you retain some more sustainability there, and you get way more healing received by picking up the 2 extra pieces, not on, or 3 extra pieces, not also including those as well. Um, and so with magic, we have less of this, and we don't have this either. So the penetration and the critical rating is huge when you're trying to pump out damage. But because you're Zerg surfing, you don't really have to kind of pump that much damage. You want to survive. You want to keep pushing with everyone. That's why this build is very nice. Quick few changes, super cheap. Heavy armor is very cheap to make, so you already knew you were going to spend the money to build another set. So build it in light, but also toss it in heavy. Ingots are not expensive. Do it up, man. Trust me, it's really worth it to be able to have that flexibility. So that's about all I got for you guys today. If you want to know how to play this character very specifically, shoot me a message. I can talk to you, or if enough of you ask, even if fucking 4 or 5 of you even asked who've watched this, I can make a quick little video of how exactly I play this build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, leave me a suggestion. Anything else you want to see? Do you want to see a Warden bow build? Do you want to see a dual wielding Nightblade? Like, what would you like to see? And I'll see if I can put it together, or what I have to put together, and I'll just throw like a 3-minute little video out of how it went and what I tried, and kind of let you know I might be able to test some stuff for you before you go ahead and spend the gold I may already have in my bank. Like I said, I have 9 characters. I have a lot of builds. I've been building and building and building. That's all I do really in this game is PvP and build. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. I'll see you out there. Drink up, smoke up, and cheers.